It's a story that chills you to the bone, a mystery that has haunted a small town for decades. Picture this: Christmas Eve, a time for joy, for family, for warmth. But in the blink of an eye, the festive cheer turned to unimaginable horror for the Sodder family. 5 children vanished without a trace. The fire, the frantic search, the lack of answers. It's a case that has baffled investigators and captivated the nation for over 70 years. What really happened to the Sodder children? Was it a tragic accident or something far more sinister? George and Jenny Sodder, hard-working Italian immigrants, had built a life many would envy in Fayetteville, West Virginia. 10 children, a testament to their love and a bustling home filled with laughter. They were living the American dream. But beneath the surface there were whispers of discontent. George, known for his outspoken views, had made enemies, particularly within the tight-knit Italian community. Christmas Eve, 1945. The younger Sodder children, their eyes bright with excitement, nestled into their beds, dreaming of the treasures Christmas morning would bring. But as the clock ticked past midnight, a nightmare unfolded. A fire, fierce and unforgiving, erupted in the Sodder home. George and Jenny, their hearts pounding, managed to escape with 4 of their children. But 5 remained trapped inside. Chaos reigned as the fire raged. Desperate to save his children, George Sodder raced to make a phone call, but the line was dead. His truck, usually reliable, refused to start, and the fire department, a beacon of hope, was inexplicably delayed, arriving hours after the flames had died down. Every attempt at rescue seemed cruelly thwarted by a string of inexplicable failures. As the smoke cleared and the ashes settled, a chilling truth emerged. 5 children had been inside that house, 5 children were gone. But where were their remains? The fire should have left something behind. No trace, no sign, no physical evidence to confirm the unthinkable. Had those 5 children perished in the fire, or had the flames concealed a darker truth? The weeks following the fire were a blur of grief and unanswered questions. Then, a chilling memory surfaced, sending a shiver down George Sodder's spine. Months before the fire, a stranger had approached George. "Your house will go up in smoke," he'd warned, "and your children will be destroyed." At the time, George had dismissed it as the ramblings of a madman. Years turned into decades, but the Sodder children were never forgotten. Their faces, frozen in time on missing posters, stared out from telephone poles and storefronts. Then, a glimmer of hope emerged. Witnesses came forward, their accounts both tantalizing and frustratingly vague. Were these sightings proof that the children were alive, or were they merely cruel tricks of the mind? It was 1967, more than 20 years since that fateful Christmas Eve. Jenny Sodder received a letter with no return address. Enclosed was a haunting photograph of a young man, his features eerily familiar. Scrawled on the back a cryptic message: "Louis Sodder, I love brother Frankie, Elil boys, a 90132 or 35. Was this her Louis, her little boy, all grown up? The photograph raised more questions than answers. Over the years, theories about the fate of the Sodder children have swirled like the smoke from that Christmas Eve fire. Some whispered of a mafia connection, revenge for George Sodder's outspoken views. Others pointed to the possibility of child trafficking, a dark underworld operating in the shadows. Could it have been a cover-up, a conspiracy that reached the highest levels of power? Through it all, the Sodder family never gave up hope. They chased every lead, consulted psychics, even offered a reward for information. Billboards bearing the children's faces dotted the highways, a constant reminder of the family's unwavering determination. Their home, rebuilt on the ashes of the old, became a shrine to the missing children. Today, the mystery of the missing Sodder children remains unsolved. The passage of time has done little to dim the memory of that tragic night. The questions still linger, unanswered and unresolved. Did those 5 children perish in the flames, or were they taken, thrust into a life shrouded in secrecy? The Sodder case, a puzzle with missing pieces, a story that twists and turns down dead-end roads. 5 children vanished, a family forever shattered. It's a story that stays with you long after the lights are out, a reminder that sometimes the darkest mysteries are the ones that hit closest to home. Were they victims of a tragic accident or something far more sinister? We may never have the answers, but their story serves as a haunting reminder that some mysteries are destined to remain